He took the charge of me and of the crown, and with kind shows of love so brought to pass that through Damascus great report was blown, how good, how just, how kind mine uncle was. Whether he kept his wicked hate unknown, and hid the serpent in the flowering grass, on that true faith that in his bosom won, because he meant to match me with his son. Which son within short while did undertake degree of knighthood, as beseemed him well, yet never durst he for his lady's sake break sword or lance, advance in lofty cell. As fair he was as Cytherea's make, as proud as he that signorizeth hell, in fashions wayward and in love unkind, for Cupid deigns not wound a currish mind. This paragon should Queen Armida wed, a goodly swain to be a princess fair, a lovely partner of a lady's bed, a noble head a golden crown to wear. His glozing sire his errand daily said, and sugared speeches whispered in mine ear, to make me take this darling in mine arms, but still the adder stopped her ears from charms. At last he left me with a troubled grace, through which transparent was his inward spite. Methought I read the story in his face of these mishaps that on me since have light, since that foul spirits haunt my resting place, and ghastly visions break any sleep by night. Grief, horror, fear my fainting soul did kill, for so my mind foreshowed my coming ill. 3 times the shape of my dear mother came, pale, sad, dismayed, to warn me in my dream. Alas, how far transformed from the same, whose eye shone erst like Titan's glorious beam. Daughter, she says, fly, fly, behold thy dame foreshows the treasons of thy wretched aim, who poison 'gainst thy harmless life provides. This said, to shapeless air unseen she glides. But what avail high walls or bulwarks strong, where fainting cowards have the peace to guard? My sex too weak, mine age was all too young, to undertake alone a work so hard, to wander wild the desert woods among, a banished maid, of wonted ease debarred. So grievous seemed, that liefer were my death, and there to expire, where first I drew my breath. I fear a deadly evil, if long I stayed, and yet to fly had neither will nor power, nor durst my heart declare it waxed afraid. Lest so I hasten might my dying hour, thus restless waited I, unhappy maid, what hand should first pluck up my springing flower, even as the wretch condemned to lose his life awaits the falling of the murdering knife. In these extremes, for so my fortune would, perchance, preserve me to my further ill, one of my noble father's servants old, that for his goodness bore his child good will, with store of tears this treason 'gan unfold, and said, my guardian would his pupil kill, and that himself, if promise made be kept, should give me poison dire ere next I slept. And further told me, if I wished to live, I must convey myself by secret flight, and offered then all succours he could give, to aid his mistress, banished from her right. His words of comfort fear to exile drive, the dread of death made lesser dangers light. So we concluded, when the shadows dim obscured the earth, I should depart with him. Of close escapes the aged patroness, blacker than erst, her sable mantle spread, when with 2 trusty maids in great distress, both from mine uncle and my realm I fled. Oft looked I back, but hardly could suppress those streams of tears mine eyes uncessant shed. For when I looked on my kingdom lost, it was a grief, a death, and hell almost.